I will not side with SG this game. I'm Brazilian, but I'm also a Dota aficionado, and I do have my doubts about some of their decisions this draft. Like you just have to look at the armor on the Empire heroes. You have 7 armor on OD level 1, Night Stalker, super high armor hero. Then you have the Frost Shield damage mitigation coming from Lich. It would be really hard for Sven to be on top of people.
30 seconds to
Oh.
This is the first OD of the main event, as our production gets in and tells us this is very exciting. Well, we're gonna figure out how the new Astral works, huh? Well, with a shard, mind you, if they buy the shard, because that has to happen. So
Yeah, because like they're
I don't-
in another dimension once they're Astral. So like, will they be under the effect of a debuff? I don't know how that works. I have not tested it.
the
genuinely, yeah.
battle
I mean,
begins.
and you make YouTube videos about this, so if Bowie has not tested it, who has, right?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of just sided with the idea that OD is always bad ever since, I don't know, 6 months ago. Like they made the hero kind of good with Meteor Hammer, and then they gutted the hero like 3 times. So I was not really, it was not in my radar, but it should be a really good OD game. I think the only problem that they have on Empire right now is wave clear. I think that is a terrible aspect of the air draft. We'll see if SG can abuse that.
Let's see how the lanes are gonna go. Talk to me about the lanes a bit here. I like starting with this with you, Bowie. Let's start with top.
I feel like this lane is super free for the X until level 3, depending on how the camps are blocked or not, depending on how the experience goes. If Empire can get level 3 before SG, I do feel like there's some potential for a kill here. If Smiling Knight goes for Gold Frenzy level 2 with Frost Blast, it's a lot of slow, it's a lot of damage. Tao might just die. If that doesn't happen, I feel like SG might just get away with murder here. Like, they're not gonna kill anyone, maybe Vanscore, but Tavo will just get free farm, which is really good. You know, get that Vanguard, you farm your Blink Dagger and start doing stuff.
Do you think that you get points in the Frost Shield in this lane, try to play as offensively as possible, or no?
I think
Is
you
it
get
worth
1
it with the
point.
axe?
Yeah, I think. Oh, he actually, but they did buff Sinister Gaze though, so things might have changed from the last time Lich was popular. He does have 1 point.
Last game he went for the Frost Shield at level 4, so that's why he took the 1 point of Sinister Gaze.
Yeah. It is a decent amount of mana drain depending on like the matchup that you're playing. This could be good. I don't think there's a lot of value here. I think Tavo in general can just disengage with the Battle Hunger move speed, and Theo has the move speed. Like, I don't think it's going to be meaningful to Zebra, but it is all very new, so I'm okay with this.
That's a question I can finally get to ask you, by the way, I presume. Is it Theolicor or Teolicor?
Theo Licor is the Brazilian way
Oh,
of
okay,
saying
okay.
it. Yeah.
It doesn't mean Uncle Alcohol, is that true? Or is that just my Spanish reading?
No, I think it has more to do with like color. So
Collar?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed.
Oh, like color. Oh, color. Oh. Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay. This whole time I kept thinking his name was Boozy Uncle, and I thought that's great. It is the best name in the world because that's what it means in Spanish. But no, that's what you get when you're.
I don't have enough information to answer that question. But
Okay,
Booze
it's
Booze
fine. We can
Licor
keep
would
it
be a
vague.
pretty fun name.
Let's keep looking at the rest of the lanes. The Sanking versus OD. What can Sanking do to make this lane a bit more worthwhile for him?
I mean, it's the standard Sand King game. You know, you just farm wave, farm creeps, and you just make sure that OD can't really rotate, that he cannot jungle that much because he always has to go back to mid. He doesn't have wave clear, and he's just gonna be farming his items. This is a farm fiesta unless 4DR misplays. Like, there might be kill potential on the Press Kid once he gets level 6, but it's all about 4DR not being too low on HP.
Okay, Vanscore in the top lane, by the
Vanscore?
way. Find Teolicor to the death. Teolicor thought, oh, I can go for the courier. And he has to kill Vanscore. He'll die because of this. The greed, Teolicor. Are you sure
I mean,
it's not
still
drunk
pretty
uncle? 'Cause that
valuable,
was-
right? He gets first blood and the courier. That's
I
the
mean, I
dream.
guess, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. No. You're right. I think that's probably the right choice to make. Sometimes these greedy plays, I guess the right Teolikor, like a real support, does not value his life whatsoever.
I mean, if I was playing this as a scrub player, I would probably try to get first blood first because I wouldn't believe I would be able to get both. But he was so confident, he didn't hesitate at all. Just hit the courier and got the Lich kill.
Yeah. I mean, it's because you're aware that you're a scrub player, right? Teolikor knows he's not. That's not necessarily confidence. It's gained. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about the final lane. Night Stalker versus Earthshaker. What are we going to be looking at here? Are there any timings where they can start being super aggressive?
Oh yeah, I mean, nighttime's coming. Chachlo definitely becomes annoying once that hits. He might be level 5. I think once he's level 5, that's when he can actually start messing with KJ a little bit. But I do feel like they need a rotation or a really good Fisher, because they don't have that much damage, and, you know, Omni Knight's such a defensive support that I don't think, you know, with the mana Chachlo has, he did buy a Mango now, so that might be enough. But I think they do depend on a really good Fisher.
Okay. All right, so there's a chance, but it's not gonna be super easy. So at least the Sven Kostavila should be having a decent lane for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
Probably getting stacks, etc. Okay.
I think so. They need a rotation, and OD is not really a hero that's keen on doing stuff like that. He's just Meteor hammering for the R right now. Oh, this could be a kill.
No. Yes.
No.
No. Not gonna happen.
No. He killed for the R.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong lane. My bad. Yeah, you're right. ADR got the
Nah,
kill
it's
there.
my bad. It's my bad.
Or, killed.
Yeah, he just got a blind Meteor hammer for the R was not ready for it.
Oh, another meteor hammer? That's not gonna get Teolikor, because in case you didn't know, actually, ever since the changes to glimpse and everything, now if you leap, you'll actually appear wherever you leap to. Doesn't matter, irrelevant, but now you guys know. And Teolikor will die as well. 2 kills here for Depressed Kid. I mean, we haven't seen OD in general, right? But Depressed Kid, he's been known for the Lina, he's been known for the Invoker. I don't know how his OD is, but it's looking pretty good for now. He seems to want to go for ADR again. There's the Meteor Hammer, charging it. Boom. ADR gets stunned. He does get the Burrow Strike off. He's taking a lot of damage. They need the Lich to get close to him. One more hit would have done the trick, but they don't want to force this any further.
Oh, arrow.
Arrow does catch Van Score. Tavo has been stopped inside that Astral Imprisonment. Van Score, Repel. Sorry, the Heavenly Grace will allow Tavo to just tank this nicely and finish him off.
I mean, overall, I think this is really good for SG. They do farm the stack that they made, and it's so much space for Costa build. The Night Stalker, even though it's nighttime, he's just farming right now, and he's not going to be able to pressure Costa build at all. I think this is overall pretty, like, okay for SG.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
SG happy with, as you said, how the early game is going. You haven't really gotten too much Meteor Hammers onto the tower just yet. Sven should outfarm the Lifestealer, right? Because last time we saw this, Lifestealer was actually catching up in farm to the Sven. So this is, to me, what the lineup, or what the matchup should look like. Where Lifestealer is okay at farming, but doesn't match the Sven. But he does have a better core-to-core matchup.
Yes, it is, like, it really is about how they utilize their timing with the armlet being done. I think if they don't really get a couple of good fights, if the Shaker doesn't get an early Blink Dagger, the Sven is just gonna get gigantic, and then the game's really hard. If they do get those kills, I think the game just becomes so hard for the Sven, because the OD is gonna be massive. You're gonna have the kiting potential of the Astro. But it's really about the 15, 20-minute mark timing for Empire. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, I was gonna say, I'm just watching Smiling Knight trying to hit Tavo. Not working. It's not working at all.
Tavo is massive, by the way. Is the highest net worth, already halfway towards the blink.
How do you kill him? Like, you either go for Maelstrom or you just don't hit him, right? So look at that. Look at that. The magic damage, it hurts. It doesn't matter how slow Tavo is. He's at 60% HP, and you've tried all this time to hurt him.
Yeah, it doesn't really work. You need the Shaker there, or you need a good Meteor Hammer coming from the OD, but he's just mid, you know, doing OD things.
This changes nothing.
I do hope they punish this OD from the press kit. I think he's playing very cocky with the way he's solo Meteor Hammering the wave, but the Mirana is actually bottom with no TP. They might be trying to go on Shashlo here. Let's see if they can get a good combo. Oh, the creeps.
Let's see. The creeps saving them. They're saving shots low for now.
Okay.
Who is going to be going for the Echo Saber build? The same build we saw last game, just from the offlane position. I actually love this Echo Saber choice on Night Stalker. Obviously, his damage makes it more viable, but he usually needs that mana, and Echo Saber gives you such great stats in terms of mana regen. Oh, look. Round 2. Tabo. They're trying to make him feel invincible, but the OD's here, and the OD definitely deals enough damage. It just needs one Astral. Not in range. Close. There we go. And the Meteor Hammer should hit. Tabo stunned. Gets a lot of magical damage, and Lifestealer does nothing, which is why Tabo's surviving so much, but finally the Press Kid will get him with a residual Meteor Hammer damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right. Oh, very bold moves here from the Press Kid. Trying to scout things out. Can they get a burst strike? They have Blink on for the R.
They do. A blink. There we go. Vanscore blocking the arrow, which wasn't going to hit him anyway. Let's go, Vanscore. He's such a good support. You know, he had to catch that arrow. Wanted to make sure that there was no chance that he could run into it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was... I mean, that's not ideal. That's the debut for DR's Blink Dagger, and they, you know, use Epicenter to kill support. So I think Empire's really happy with that. Not only they killed the Axe, they scouted a couple of stacks. Maybe this smoke will allow them to kill Smiling Knight. I don't think so, though. I really feel like they need Tavo to start with Call first. This might be perfect. No. they have to ditch Tavo, I think.
Tavo. Oh, there's ADR. You find the Pressed Kid. He still has that save for himself. The Infest will help him for a bit. That's going to give him enough healing. The Pressed Kid capable of using that and puts him defensively. In comes Suchlo, and they're going to kill Tioliko.
I think that's actually really good for SG. They forced this Dark Ascension usage only from Mirana. They didn't really use any big cooldowns. Epicenter was on cooldown anyways. If this is all Empire's going to get, this is... not great, I think. I think NS would have probably get more value by taking that bottom tower. Let's see if this gives them mid, though. They do group up around the Baron. Okay, they don't really do much, but now that's the timing they really are waiting for. It's the blink on Shaker. He is really close. Oh, come on, the Press Kid. Just give the Shaker the stack, man. He deserves it. Oh, that's so sad. Look at that. That was pretty much his Blink Dagger. Poor player.
What? You're so angry about this. I mean, I agree. Sayu actually has an incredible... If Richie was here, he would be talking about this. He'd be like, oh, Sayu always gets incredible Blink Daggers. I am so impressed. But Richie's not here, so we're not going to talk about it whatsoever.
Okay, smoke from SG. No, it's only Vanscore again, though. He's always in a super good position.
Fine Vanscore? Yeah, I mean, look, but Vanscore's tanking smokes, he's tanking arrows, he's a lich. Does he need any farm at all? No.
Nope, he doesn't.
I mean, it would be nice to get Ags, but this is not going to happen, so.
Alright, there's one thing I didn't mention, though. Even though, in general, Sven gets kited... for the art? Oh, the Press Kid has the blink.
I don't know. He tried to find Sayu. We still have an Echo Slam. Heavenly Grace did get used earlier. There he is, back again. Meteor Hammer should hit, but they have a Heavenly Grace to stop him. Dabo actually stops the Meteor Hammer. Going in with the Burrow Strike. They're gonna kill two immediately. Smiling Knight came in to die at this rate. As Dabo just running him down. Still has the Culling Blade available. Almost got the Karate Chop. Smiling Knight barely getting off. He might just die here. Yes, he will. With a Berserker Skull, they will set up. Thanks to that Culling Blade, he's down. They've actually body blocked Satchelo. He's just trying to get home, but Sanking is shimmying his way, and he blocks Satchelo away. So Empire will lose all 3 cores. In fact, it'll be a team wipe. Just Lich died before the fight even started.
Alright, I gotta say, this is probably one of the prettiest smoke ganks I've seen this whole tournament, and came from SG. Like, they see the Leech, and they know that's a bad kill. But they don't break the smoke on all heroes when they go for that. They just show them Mirana and the Axe. SK wraps around, and Empire's like, alright, we just gave away our Lich. Let's defend tier 1. But 4DR was in a really good position. He even misses the Burrow Strike, but because they had the numbers game with SG, the fight ended up being good anyways. Really nicely done by him.
Yep. I agree. I think SG also understood. I think this is the good use of the Sanking. Was it with you that we casted a Sanking core game as well, mid game?
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah, and it was kind of disappointing, right? We didn't see this much aggression from them. I think ATR is doing exactly what he should do right now. Like, put as much pressure. You dive towers. You don't take the easy fights. Just go. Just keep going. SA style all the way.
Yeah, and I think another aspect that is different this game is that he's rushing a BKB, whereas the other Sand King we watched, I think he went like hood into U Scepter. It felt like he never really
Yeah, it was
scaled.
Yulz.
And I think this BKB is gonna allow him to always get at least 2 burrow strikes in a fight, which might just be enough to win pretty much anything if the Sven is heavily graced.
That's true. They're playing this matchup much better than Liquid did this morning, honestly. Like, Empire was actually matching Liquid in terms of farm. They had better map control, and obviously Sand King mid is a big deal here, and that's why. But the Sven Omnite looks much stronger in this match here for SG. As in typical SA fashion, you'll always have the most farmed hero in the game. Even if your team is losing, does not matter. They will find farm.
True. So what about this Lifestealer here? We were talking about his timing. I really feel like that fight put a wrench in Empire's plans because they were never able to use this armlet that well. But they finally smoke. It's nighttime. They have Blink Dagger on Sayu. This is a huge timing for Empire. And I think they would like to get a couple of kills in this mid-tier 1 tower if possible. Nice ward that they have, by the way. But they want something more than a Booze Mirana. They want a 4DR, a Tavo maybe. Oh!
Apparently it's his name. Oh, okay. Well, that Echo Slam, they're going to find Tavo. But the Forest are stopping this. There's the Chain Frost in the middle of the Sandy's Eclipse. But it seems like Empire is just lacking that last bit of damage. They can only bring down the Axe for now, and SG seems stronger. They're going to go here for the Lifestealer. Smiley Knight in trouble, trying to get away. Costabile can still reach. In fact, it's going to be Tabo who does so with the Echo Saber. Lifestealer, he's been asked from prison to save him, but the Prescott might have just sold himself down the river. Goodbye to the Prescott. Smiley Knight TPing on. He's successful, so at least Empire will not lose their carry here, but they will lose both their supports and their mid lane.
Oof. That is... Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. They went on here with a buyback. I think they just had to use so many spells to kill Tavo because he's tanky, and they were out of gas. And then that's the problem with them losing that first fight. They were playing this fight from behind, and they just lacked a little bit of damage, I think.
And is there a moment where they'll have enough damage? Is there an item they should be waiting for here that they really need to fight around? Was that a bit too hasty because of that, or was the place?
I think the timing was fine. It was really, I think the place where they fought was not ideal because you're pretty close to the tier 1 tower.
Tier 1.
Yeah, they were just greedy.
I mean, Double bought back immediately and TP'd, right? So I think that's a good showing.
Exactly. And I do feel like the next timing that they have is the Deso on Lifestealer with the Ags on DOD.
Okay.
We'll see how impactful that is, because actually, if they are always fighting with Sven having Heavenly Graced, if Empire never actually gets the jump on Costabile, the kiting isn't gonna be as good as I anticipated. Just because, I mean, Costabile essentially has 60%, maybe 70% status resistance with Sanjan Yasha, and let's see here, he has 62.5. So the Astro actually lasts for not a lot. Costabile is not getting kited. I like anticipated this game to be very different. I anticipated the lanes being a little bit better for Empire. Costabile being jumped by this Shaker, getting fissure blocked. But it's not really what's happening. SG, they got really good lanes. Tavo and like all of those Blink Daggers on SG allowed them to have the jump instead. And Empire just trying to get the scrapes so far.
Yeah, and just trying to get a bit more time for themselves here. I mean, they just need, as you said, these timings, and also they need SG to make a mistake really and be out of position so they can punish them. Right now, I think the team fight, particularly because of the Sand King, is too much. This could be it, but it just seems like SG is going to take a rush on here.
Yeah, I think a big problem with Empire is that the Lich didn't work nearly as well as I anticipated. I expected Tavo to, once he was level 3 to get a couple of kills. I think that's the real problem of Lich, by the way. If you don't really get a couple of kills in lane, he feels so useless. He's supposed to be a Bane, but he's even less useful than a Bane because you don't have like that BKB piercing ability. He just dies so easily. It's a weird hero to work, and I don't think they got that much value out of Vanscore, unfortunately.
I mean, it's true. I haven't really seen them being able to use this Frost Shield into like Night Stalker running at them or Lifestealer running at them or anything like that, right? Maybe could the early game have gone better for them so they could actually utilize this offensive potential on Empire more? Was it because ADR just was too good on the sanking and thwarted all their opposition?
I think Talbot just played the lane really well. The way they used the camps, the way they abused creep equilibrium. There was never a time where Empire felt like they could get a kill on Talbot. And that also comes from the fact that Lich has huge mana costs. So as a position 5, you have to like buy regen for your carry. You have to buy mangoes so that you can like do stuff. But they nerfed mango even more, right? Yeah, I think they increased. I'm pretty sure they increased the cost a little bit, or they reduced the mana that it gives, which meant that Lich just struggled to constantly do damage in the lane against his axe.
The cost got reduced. It got buffed. So
Oh, it got buffed?
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, sorry. And even still, it didn't work. Yeah, I'm
okay,
sorry,
you have
I'm
to
sorry.
find a different reason. Quick, find another reason why it didn't work. Change your analysis, Bowie. Kyle this. No, but I agree with your point. I didn't see too much impact. To be honest, what I saw that was wrong in the lane is I think the Armlet build was just useless at putting pressure early. If you had gone for Maelstrom, that Vanguard would have been so powerful. But with Armlet, you just don't do anything to the axe. And then now you don't do anything, but you have more HP. But you still don't do any damage. So Talbot was just free because of the Vanguard. Maybe
Yeah,
the
I mean-
Maelstrom was the build this game.
I think if they knew the fights were going to go so bad for them, they would definitely go Maelstrom. The problem with that is that I think you're just trying to... It's like you're trying to... Okay, there's a fight bottom. Epicenter, arrow.
Yeah, and well, not more than a fight, just a murder modded. Well, they wanted two. Well, that's illegal. So Lich will be able to get away. It was Vanskor that was TPing out, right?
Yeah, like what I was gonna say is that I feel like trying to outfarm as Van again, playing Lifestealer, going Maelstrom, is like trying to cut a steak with a spoon. You know, it's like it's not the ideal tool. I feel like if you want to outfarm this Van, yeah, you just need another carry. Totally. Like I'm okay with the Maelstrom build. I'm not saying it's bad on Lifestealer. I just feel like their plan could be good if their lanes weren't bad. Maybe he could have changed the build, but then he would have this like farming OD that, you know, just farms Meteor Hammer, farms Blink, farms Eggs, and you would have a Lifestealer farming, and you would have a totally useless hero on the Night Stalker half of the game, right? Because he doesn't really do much when it's daytime. And I think their draft would be way too passive. So they just need this hero to be... I think, like, with OD here, he's pretty much the carry. You could see the net worth. He's actually higher net worth than Smiling Knight is right now. We'll see if this works, you know? With TA, sometimes it works. Could work with OD too.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, he's going for the axe, so it is... Like, he farms fast, but he's not the old OD as well. It just deals damage. He's a lot of utility here. I'm assuming it's going to be Ags into Shard, right? Because that's the build I can only imagine people are picking OD for. I like what you mean. What am I supposed to kind of stick with, though? That's my question. What should I use?
Wait, what? I don't get the concept.
Like a saw or like a knife? Should I use scissors? What's the right thing?
You want to cut a steak? I mean, scissors are okay.
Oh, a steak! Oh my
wait,
goodness!
what did you...
I kept thinking. I thought you meant stick. I thought you meant like a wooden stick. And I don't know why you're cutting sticks.
Oh, no.
All right, steak. That makes more sense. Yes. Actually, though, Malaysia would like to work with you.
I mean, yeah, if you like to cut a steak with a scissor, the Koreans do that, I guess. That's okay.
That's true. I actually like that. I think that's fine. Yeah. I agree. But
you just need good scissors.
Knives are banned.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They always give you a fork and spoon, and you go, "How? Okay." Good luck. It's like an odyssey. Actually, one of the hardest things to get used to. It took us so long to get knives in the flat. It was very difficult. Like not cooking knives.
Yeah, that
like
seems much harder than eating with chopsticks.
No, chopsticks is fine, and they don't use chopsticks as much there. It depends on where to send it.
Oh, really?
ADR.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
here.
Missed his section. He has a BKB, so he's like, "What? You going at me? No. I'm going at you." There's life killer inside, however. Immediately astral. I don't know that was what they meant to do, because he stops at you. I guess he stopped him from dying there. Touchdown can now counter-initiate. Okay. Kostabide still has that guard strength. Satchel's been hit by the arrow now. He might just die up in the high ground. Vanskor with a Sinister Gaze not going to help him too much. He falls as well. And that seemed like a very half-committed Empire. Really half-baked attempt at going in for a fight.
Yeah. I'm not really keen on the idea that they went for there. Like, there's pretty much 30 seconds of Aegis left. I think with all that they had, if they went for this fight with no Aegis and Costello, they would feel much more comfortable. Oh boy. They get the Astro. There's still Echo. They're trying to maybe bait this? Oh, arrow's off the mark. Oh. Look at Tavo.
Mark, position.
He was trying to maybe counter the counter initiation, but nothing actually happened. I mean, this is really rough for Empire. I think once you're this far behind and you go for the play that they did there, just every fight they're fighting against a bigger net worth difference, and their heroes don't scale that much. They're gonna fight now that there's no wages. Actually, that's a TP from Costa Bill top. If this smoke actually lands, this could be good for Empire. But it feels like SG knows. They're running away here.
And the press kid is close. Oh, another quick BKB by ADR. This man.
What?
I don't know what that burst was. It's fine. Look, we were crazy and he had to do something bad.
Wait, SG is playing with a higher ping, right? That it's 120 ping.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. All right, they're not in Romania. No. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I'm joking, guys. This is a LAN, right? This is zero ping. That was just, yeah, that was just a weird play.
I mean, the BKB was so good, which is why being followed up with such a bad burst strike was impressive. Like, his BKB was on point there. He was mid-animation after improvement.
Maybe that's what he was going for. He was going for such a weird play where Empire would try and commit because they're like, oh, maybe 4DR just DC'd. Maybe someone else is playing for him.
Sometimes also you have to celebrate with a burst strike, right? Like sometimes you play so well, you have to congratulate yourself. It's just okay. Like it's fine to do that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We have Meteor Hammer from Depresky. But ADR's nearby. He's like, I don't have BKB, guys. Oh, ADR's crazy. Oh, ADR's crazy. Echo Slam. They force stab him, but that's not the right direction. He's going to die. As Costabile wants to fight this still, fighting Smiling Knight head on. For now, he's beating him. In fact, with double self, he certainly will. Astral Imprisonment helping him out a bit as the Chain Frost does its damage, but they set up for the arrow perfectly. Tio Licor, the true sniper of this game, will help bring down Smiling Knight, as they're also chasing after Sayu. They have the Starstorm. Oh, they just lost it. They got it again. They're going to use an arrow, and that's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's a really rough game for this Lifestealer, and I like what they were doing there. You know, they were just baiting TPs from SG, but I don't think they should have fought. I think they would be okay with just dragging SG across the map, and try and wait for this Roshan. Because if they get unlucky with this Roche, there's not going to be any Echo Slams. Oh, wait. Is the first hit going for this? What?
ATR. He has no chill. Double walked in, but the Crippling Fear stopped the Berserker's Call. However, Astral Imprisonment didn't really help the Prescott here. Oh, no, it did because he had a Blink Dagger. It's all good.
All right, so, let's see if the Shaker Echo is going to be a problem here. 10 seconds for the spawn, 54 seconds of cooldown on Echo.
It seems like for Empire, they keep trying to make good plays, and they go, oh, we can take him, right? And then they just overextend. It's happened like 3 times already.
Yeah.
That they just don't want to play from behind.
And unfortunately, this just makes it harder for them. Let's see if they can find Tavo here.
They have 4 staff on Tavo. Fine for now. Oh, it's actually just baiting them. Nice. 4 staff, Astral Imprisonment. SG, we do have Epi, we have God Strength in the second, there's the usage of Guardian Angel, they catch up to the Press Kid, the Epicenter is being used, the Press Kid slowed down, Meteor Hammer, the Press Kid's dead. Even with the Frost Shield, it's not going to do much there. At least Earthshaker's capable of getting away, as ADR is one that's Smiling Knight, not really going to be his option. In fact, both him and Tavo will fall, and Tiolicor now caught in the trees. Shachlo is flying, so Tiolicor can't really juke him. And that's going to be Empire taking 3 kills. They do use a buyback on the Press Kid, but it is finally a good fight for them.
Yeah, that was good. I think Tavo was a little bit too overeager with his position. You're fighting, you know, against Night Stalker, 1800 night vision. But I think this is gonna be okay for both sides. Roche is not gonna respawn until everyone's back up. So, you know, this is just some breathing room for Empire. They're gonna get a little bit more confident taking these fights. And they didn't use Echo, which is the big thing. That they can still force a fight if they want to.
That's true. And that was a really good fight. I was not expecting them to do so well. What went wrong there for
Radiant's
SG?
middle tower
For that fight
I,
to go
I
so
really
well for
feel like
Empire?
Tao was just way too out of position there. He had 4 staff, maybe thought that it wouldn't matter, but he doesn't have a BKB, so the Astro ended up being a problem there.
Shachlo is a huge deterring force here.
Yeah, the
Oh, you
cast range on
disassembled
this Astro is pretty annoying.
Radiant are
He
scanning.
needs
So
BKB.
I was talking about the
so-
Night Stalker, but you're right. The cast range on the Astral is very
Oh.
annoying. He's not buying Shard for now, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. Going BKB.
Feels
I
offensive
don't blame
that you
him
would pick
though.
OD in this patch and not buy Shard.
Yeah, like I really don't know how strong this is. I felt like it was going to be really strong versus Sven, but I guess because of the Omni, he
Radiant's
feels
top
like
tower
he's
is
never really
under
going to
attack.
kite him that much because of the status resistance. You cannot purge Heavenly Grace, unfortunately. But here we go. They do smoke. They have Echo. The Dark Ascension is going to be back up in 10 seconds. Pretty much with Roshan respawning. Let's see what SG does.
Chilo is gonna
Oh,
be...
Tavo really needs his BKB. They actually force this fight right now. This could be awesome for Empire.
Yeah, and they're gonna catch Tavo. Tavo's dead. They bursted him. They used all the resources for him, and they want at least maybe one more kill. But Empire, you've been here before. There we go. They've learned. They've learned. Back out, go for the objective. In this case, it's gonna be Roshan. And if Roshan brings the shard, please give it to the press kid. I beg of you. I don't even know if it's the best shard. I just want to see it in action.
Dude, this is actually so fast now with OD actually being able to use the orb on Roche. I think they might just be too late. SG, they are underestimating this.
Yeah, they are.
Roshan has
Oh, there we go.
fallen to the depths.
Smile Knight. He took the shard. The Empire, please. I mean, I agree. Open Wounds is so strong. I think that's probably the best shard you have. But please, let me see this OD in action.
Okay, so the press kid will be bottom, and he did get the enchanted quiver, so that's really good RNG for him.
That's OP on the OD, honestly. I can't imagine a better hero than Enchanted Quiver.
Yeah, it's insane. I do get a little annoyed though. Like, it's been really long since I've played OD, but I did play a couple of games when this item already existed, the enchanted quiver, and you get super confused with the attack range because usually it's so it's really short, right? But sometimes you attack from super far away, but then you have to walk to keep attacking. I get
Right.
I get confused with it sometimes, but it is really strong.
It was, it's unintuitive. I see what you mean. But also, I think a pro player will know Bowie.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he,
Not saying
he
you're
did
bad,
this, you know.
but
Radiant's
He
top
played
tower is
at
under
least 20
attack.
games with this, so he
Radiant
is
structures
definitely
are fortified.
aware of what you expect.
yeah, look, he seems to be having no troubles, but it's okay. Look, Bowie, it's okay. You're old, man. It's fine. This happens. When things change, it scares you. It's normal.
Yeah, dude.
The press kid is
Wait.
18. He likes when things change. Or 17, actually. I'm not sure. He's very, very young. King Jungles, we do have the Heavenly Grace ready to jump off the Saturday. Oh, no, don't give
There
him
is a
Heavenly Grace.
shaker!
Going. Yep, Shaker's perfect. That's your team fight. There we go. And now it's time for SG to all run away. However, sorry, for Empire to run away. However, Empire do lose Van Score in the backgrounds. They have one sentry to kill him. Honestly, 2 supports dead for God's Strength. Not the worst for Empire, considering how the game is going.
This is okay. I think right now all they want to do is farm with these ages. I don't think they actually had that much expectations. The problem is, I think ideally they would like at least to get a tier 2 to be able to dominate the outpost. I think they're suffering experience a little bit right now. But as I said, it's just 2 supports. It doesn't really make the game harder. It's just unfortunate. And they might just go and fight again on Empire. They have the Gem and Blink on Ice Stalker, so it's super annoying now. AJ's so happy. Look at him. He has Psychic Headband and Aether Lens. So much cast range on all of his spells. It's so good to play on me like this.
And the push from Psychic Headband. Genuinely pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? Because usually, I mean, you're a melee hero, so you're definitely going to be the first one to go on. And if they catch you. OD finalizing that BKB. He's going to It's gonna be a big turning point for them. Do you think right now, with Lifestealer with 6k behind, can fight the Sven mano a mano?
No.
I was meant to have this.
I mean, it
No,
really
it's fine.
depends
I mean, if you're
on.
wrong, Bowie, though, we have a clip of this, so.
Okay. Okay. I mean, once he gets Scotty, I think he might be able to. But he's actually either going Ags
Okay.
or the Nullifier, which is very interesting. I think Ags is underrated on this hero, by the way. You pretty
Radiant's
much
bottom
get
Wow,
tower
it's actually really
is
good.
under attack.
yes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But
Go on, sorry.
top
Explain.
lane.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, I mean,
attack.
I just feel like it allows you to be super annoying. You pretty much get double rage because you can use rage, then wait like half a second, using fast on them, and once you go back, it's very unlikely they're gonna be able to kill you before you pop another rage. So it's just really good. It gives you ways of moving, right? If you think about the old Abyssal, it's kind of similar in that regard, but I really like what SG is doing here. Instead of like trying to defend bottom, they're kind of camping top, but looks like Empire is aware of this. They're actually sending a goon squad to try and get the backlines.
I will say, I think the Ags on the Lifestealer is really good, especially when you have another core that can. You know, you always play.
Aegis
Lifestealer
is
with
expiring though. This is a weird fight from Empire. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, Shachla is really committing though. Actually, BKB completely here. Look at that Echo Slam though! King Jungles and Fiolicor both fall. Smiley Knights, they haven't captured the outpost though. They're gonna come back into the fray, and Shachla has fallen here. Smiley
8
Knights
seconds
versus
on
the
Aegis.
world. He can't even beat Tavo. They did hit him with the Astro Imprisonment, comes out with a BKB. The press kid just trying to run away for now. Tavo's BKB now finally ran out. That's the Sanity's Eclipse. The Fissure not going to hit, but doesn't matter because they have enough pure damage regardless. ADR misses the Burn Strike. He needs to charge that Epicenter now. They actually stole his gem. Sinister Gaze will take away that Epicenter. ADR just trying to get that ultimate off, forced to use the BKB in the end. They're going to chase after him, but he does have a Blink Dagger so he can get away. Smiley Knight, the spider legs. He wants this sanking, but is he going to get it? He's not fast enough right now. Activates the Rage. That's how much he wants him to die. But instead, you're going to have to settle for farming Ancients. Honestly, good fight for Empire. The press kid is brutal here.
Dude, Sayu played that fight so well. I don't think Empire should have won that fight going from the low ground into the high ground with 20 seconds of Aegis. That was so bold, but Sayu just got the perfect echo. That was insane. And that's with SG having that outpost, being able to buy back in TP, and the fight was still terrible.
ATR? ATR's been nullified. ATR? He's gonna be killed at this rate. Smiley Knight just takes down the enemy the enemy mid laner rather. And with Spider Legs, he can catch up to Costabile. Psychic Headband, though, sends him back.
Okay, this is getting scary. This is getting really scary. Yeah, so I think this Nullifier is a really good pickup on the lifesteal. Like he will struggle with mana. But I guess once he has eggs, that's gonna be solved.
Okay, so we're gonna get to see Sayu's Echo Slam once again here on the screen. I mean, that Echo Slam was epic.
Beautiful.
It was so good. I love that Costabile as well as active BKB immediately. That's actually what saves him, because he has Heavenly Grace on, right? So they get to fight for a bit, but they just don't have enough for Smiley Knight. So as you can see, as the team fight was progressing, once he got the Astral on him, the idea was good, but the Heavenly Grace ran out just as they got the Astral as well, which meant that they could actually go and stop him.
Yeah, and that was a full duration BKB on DOD too, so it was really hard for them to stop those Astrals. The kiting is starting to become meaningful now, because not only you can do it on allies, so the status resistance from SG is not going to matter, but he is also BKB, and you cannot jump DOD. Once the BKB starts to run out, it could become a problem for Empire, but like these BKBs are huge for them. They still have like 2 or 3 fights where they're going to look very strong.
Yep. And afterward, they should have some other items to mitigate this, right? Like Scythe of Ice, for example, and Depressed Kid, which will help. Yep. Maybe Hurricane Pike. Oh, Witchbane. If that was SG who got that, that would have been great. For Empire, it's just okay.
Mm-hmm. Did they get all of the neutrals on SG already? Oh, they could get it, right?
Oh, they could. They only have one. It's 50% chance, essentially, of getting a specific neutral.
Dire are scanning.
Obviously, it decreases, but I'm not going to do the math specifically on a stream. That takes too long. But since there's 10 neutrals, 5 slots, at least at tier 4.
I mean, weren't you an engineer, Ava? That's the least I would expect.
Software engineer. We're fakes. Dude. That's not really an engineer. It's barely a career. Anyway, they find the Night Stalker.
Nice draw.
Astral Imprisonment saves him, actually. In fact, who they're going to kill is ADR instead. He's capable of blinking out in time, activating the BKB as well. Smiling Knight trying to hit Tabo. Not dealing too much damage, though. Instead, finds Sven. There's the Guardian Angel. Smiling Knight cannot continue this fight, but apparently, neither can SG. They've actually taken the Sven out thanks to the Astral Imprisonment. Smiling Knight in trouble. He might just dive to the epicenter. They will get him in exchange for Tabo, though. Empire have to buy back.
No, they got the Astro on him.
They know they can now finish up Costabile.
Oh,
Costabile just hit the Night Stalker and kills him with one single hit. That crit's too powerful. He actually kills two because of the Frost Shield for Smiling Knight that allows him to fight mano a mano against Costabile.
Oh my God.
Costabile, one more hit, mashes the Lich's head in. Smiling Knight cannot deal with him. It's a rampage.
Jesus.
Costabile will take down everything in his path. No more God Strength, but he wants to continue this regardless. Unfortunately, the Blink Dagger will make this an impossibility. Wow, I can't believe he just killed. What he killed? It was Sayu, right? That he killed with a cleave by accident. Oh my
Yes.
God.
That was a rampage. Oh, I didn't expect that much damage. Dude, this new Silver Edge is bonkers, right? The fact
Yes,
that you get the
honestly, it's so
damage
good.
with the crit, it's insane how much damage he outputted there. And obviously, a lot of that comes from KJ and his very quiet Heavenly Grace. I think his position was really good in that fight. Also very bold of 4DR to buy back. Unfortunately, he did die back, and he will not be ready once Roshan is back up.
Yeah,
but
but so
thankfully
did-
for them, Lifestealer also died back, so I guess that's kind of even. That's actually good for SG, because the difference between Lifestealer and Sven is starting to get a little bit out of hand. Like, you saw the damage there. The Lifestealer doesn't have enough yet.
I think ADR realizes that he just needs to play that role right now, right? He's no longer going to scale as much as you said as a Sand King. He's there to initiate. He's there to be the utility. He got caught out in the beginning because he's fulfilling that role. As you can see this, right? Like, ADR went in, good Astral, and then they just destroyed ADR. No chance for the poor guy. They committed so much, but that now he saw the opportunity to go back in as we see another fight happening. Costabile is leading. He's so scared of this guy. We saw what he could do. Oh, Shachlo barely got the TP out. Costabile will see Sayu instead. Spider legs. Doesn't have God Strength, but he still hits like a truck. Goes Scepter. We'll save Sayu for a couple more seconds. Tao actually commits the BKB. He's done. He's like, you're dying, Airshaker. And that's 100 seconds without him. Also a dieback.
Yeah, that's Roshan secured pretty much. I don't think Empire can actually stop this now. The question is whether
And
SG will
with
be
that-
forced to pop God's Strength to get this. It looks like they will not. This is slightly greedy, but I don't think Empire's gonna do anything. They understand this is a really grim scenario.
Fine.
Yeah.
Just Heavenly Grace. Sven just needs to get a bit lucky with these crits. Who do you give the Ags to, by the way? Sankey?
Let me think. I actually like Sven here because you're dealing with the Fisher. He does have spider legs though, so it might be Sand King. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think both are good. Sand King's probably a little better.
I think the Sven is too high a commit Ags, right?
Yeah,
Like, if
it,
you-
it
if you
can
happen to
be
mess
it
up
can
with
be
the
very
Stormhammer.
bad, especially now
Yeah,
that the
exactly.
speed and the distance got nerfed. Not the old Ags. And they might just go high ground
All right.
here. 40 seconds with no shaker.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
God
Jeez.
Strength. Sven is too much. He's too much. How do you deal with him now? Lifestealer can no longer beat him. Only with a Frost Shield he can beat him.
I'm surprised. Yeah, Venskar,
Lovely.
okay, he finally uses it. I'm surprised he didn't use it in the first one. Even still, I think this is another lane of barracks before the shaker is up.
That was a cute Ice Spire. Yeah, nice. Good idea.
Middle barracks.
To spend literally one shot everything. Supports, buildings, spires.
Oh man,
I'm sure this guy's
Wow,
a fan of
that's-
Slate.
that was a really good fight by Costa Bill. Like, I think Empire, they're fighting with the net worth disadvantage the whole game, and they were doing a really good job. If it was not for that fight, I think this game could be even right now. But Costa Bill, you know, he got the better RNG. He got like 2 crits in a row. So hard to fight against that.
He
Oh,
also hit 25 in the middle of the last fight. Says our producer.
okay. I wonder if it updates after you use God's
No,
Strength.
no. If you
It
if you
doesn't?
got it in
Okay.
after you use God Strength, it does not. No, you have to use it before.
Okay. So Empire, they're gonna smoke up. They do have they have level 25 on OD, so that's, you know, big. they really need a good side of ice target. I think they have to find 4DR. That's if they do get him, they might be able to force a good fight where Sven is not
Yeah, I
gonna be
agree.
found.
Cool. Stabile is not even that great a target. I don't know.
Okay, Jay.
Okay, in jungles. Yeah, honestly, pretty important. Not having the greats, unless Nullifier, Astral
Wait.
Imprisonment should be enough to kill him, I believe.
He has buyback though.
Tabo wants to finish off Shachlo here. They think against it. They don't want to waste the buyback here. I mean, it's SG we're talking about. Do you think they're going to buy back and fight this, Bowie? Is that
Yeah,
the
I
SG
mean-
we know? Or is the SG we know going to wait for the next Roshas, even though they already have Aegis?
I think the problem with that fight is you already popped the BKB on Tavo. I think it was probably okay if he didn't use it, but
Okay.
it could become a problem. So I mean, you have the Aegis, you can just wait for all of it and go bottom and probably win the game. Let's see if Empire can mount a defense. They didn't use Echo, so I do feel like there's still a lot of fighting on Empire. The question is, they just have to take an amazing fight, whereas SG can take a mediocre one. Will Empire smoke again? Are they chilling?
I don't know. It seems like these smokes are a bit of a Hail Mary, though. I mean, I guess, as you're losing by this much. They don't have a smoke, though.
Yeah,
Maybe they're just out.
they're just hanging, you know? Tayo hanging with his LS bro.
They're just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, life stealer's enjoying the life inside the Earthshaker. It's good. It's cozy inside Earthshaker.
So, time for SG. They still have a minute of Aegis, which is actually kind of bad for them. I think that big respawn timer of KJ being a pretty big problem, because once they get to bottom, I think Aegis is already going to be down. We'll see, you know. As you said, SG, they do have a tendency of playing very safe. We'll see if they'll try to force this regardless.
Smoke there. There you go. All right, let's see SG. What is your plan this time? We have 40 seconds. It is a very unlike SG play.
So who? Okay,
Not playing
they
it
actually don't
safe.
have
They
a
wanna
lot,
surprise
like
the enemy.
buybacks on anyone on Empire besides the. Actually, no
Stabile
one,
just
right?
revealed the smoke. Nullifier, okay. Double, cut
Shard or
Knight.
Shaker?
They don't want to fight this. They just, oh, they do? ADR wanted to see the opportunity. They actually forced the BKB on depression. Or, sorry, depressed kid.
Okay, that's big.
Yeah, it is, it is. I mean, can you continue this? You just lost Aegis, though. Is this the best moment for you to fight?
They also use Dark Ascension. I think they're just waiting the Ascension, and they can go bottom. There's still God Strength. You have Heavenly Grace. Probably the
Yeah,
play.
you are stronger. Yeah. Oh, but they're scouting. There's ADR going in. He cut Smiley Knight, but that's the hardest hero to kill, honestly. Night Stalker actually might just be easier.
He was going for the
Too much
Night Stalker,
tomato
and he
for
gets
ADR.
Life Stealer by mistake. That was funny.
Oh, that was it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. All right, so he's gonna pop that God Strength.
Alright, they're fighting head on. This time with a Frost Shield, not so strong, huh? Stabile's like, I'm done with this Life Stealer. I'm done with this game. Get me out. Get me out. He's trying to take down the tower. He will succeed as ATR goes in. The objective is to press Kid. Stabile acting in the BKB. The Spire will not really help him whatsoever. Stabile walking away because of the spider legs. He got God's Strength used. Sees the opportunity. Goes for Smiling Net again, but the Frost Shield saving him. Instead, they're going to try to go for the OD. That's the Squishy's target. They wish the Frost Shield. That's going to be dead to Prescott. He's dead for 2 minutes, and they have no buyback. They also decimate the poor Lich. As Stabile is capable of getting away. Smiling Knight still wants to fight head on, but how will you? There's too many heroes. You can't fight against all of them at once. Maybe with Shachel's help, maybe they can actually wrap the Sven. The Sven, now somewhat in trouble. No more God Strength, but he thinks he can still take down Smiling Knight. Smiling Knight, though, with that rage finally ending. Stormhammer hits, Berserker's Claw as well. Karate chop to the face. And he's down. He's out. Shachlo, he himself is also in trouble. He will be saved by the Infest for now, but they want to commit to this, and they will get Shasho's life, perhaps the Smiling Knight as well, who's just trying to kill the Mirana, at least the easier skills, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be a win for SG Esports. Smiling Knight will lose his life, and it's going to be SG Esports taking game number 1 after a pretty convincing performance against Empire.
Yeah, I think SG played really well, but I was very impressed with Empire. They made this game look hard despite being back down in net worth the whole game. I gotta commend Costabill. Scotty on Sven, not really an item you see every day, but a hard counter to Lifestealer. I think we cast in the past a game where Lifestealer